So, you're thinking about starting a home care agency here in Georgia? That's great. The demand is absolutely booming. But let's be real, the process can feel like a lot. In the next few minutes, we're going to give you the complete roadmap, everything from getting licensed to landing your very first clients. Let's dive right in. You know, this quote really hits the nail on the head. Georgia's aging population means the opportunity is massive, for sure, but success is definitely not guaranteed. Getting your legal and operational house in order from day one, that's the single biggest thing that separates the agencies that thrive from the ones that, well, don't. And we're here to make sure you get it right. We've broken this down into 4 key parts. First, we'll look at the home care opportunity itself. Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of laying your legal foundation. After that, it's all about building your care team. And finally, we'll cover the fun part, growing your agency. All right, let's kick things off at square one. What exactly is a personal home care agency? And, more importantly, what services can you actually offer? The big phrase to lock onto here is non-medical. This is not about being a mini hospital. Your whole business is built on providing compassionate support for daily life. You know, things like cooking a meal, helping someone with a bath, or sometimes just being a friendly face. You're in the business of helping people live safely and with dignity right in their own homes. So in Georgia, you've basically got 3 levels of service you can offer. At the top, you have nursing services, which can only be done by RNs and LPNs. In the middle are personal care tasks, which are handled by personal care aides. And then you have companion or sitter tasks. Figuring out which of these you're going to provide is one of your first big decisions because it changes everything about your license and who you need to hire. Okay, now that we know what we're selling, let's get to section 2. This part is huge. This is where we build the legal framework, all the non-negotiable stuff that makes your agency official, compliant, and most importantly, protected. All right, the biggest hurdle to clear is getting licensed by Georgia's Department of Community Health, or DCH. And as you can see, they want to see everything. You'll submit your application, all your policies, and you'll have to pass both state and FBI background checks. Plus, you need liability insurance and qualified people running the show, including an RN supervisor if you're doing personal care. The key here, be patient. Plan on this whole process taking anywhere from 2 to 4 months. Seriously, burn this quote into your brain. For a state inspector, if you didn't write it down, it never happened. This goes for everything: client notes, employee training records, updates to a care plan, you name it. Your paperwork is your ultimate proof that you're doing things by the book. But the DCH license isn't the only piece of the puzzle. You've also got to build the actual business. We're talking about the fundamentals: registering your LLC, getting your tax ID from the IRS, and setting up the operational backbone with clear procedures and professional HR systems. Think of this as the armor for your agency. Getting it right now protects you from so many headaches down the road. When it comes to insurance, I want you to remember one magic number: 3. There are 3 essential policies you'll need to have in place to be properly protected and licensed. These policies cover everything from an accident at a client's home to the professional care you provide. And trust me, they are absolutely non-negotiable for running a compliant agency. Okay, we've handled the legal stuff. Now let's talk about the absolute heart and soul of your agency: your people. Your caregivers are your brand, and how you hire and manage them is going to make or break your reputation. One of the first big forks in the road you'll face is this: W-2 employees or 1099 contractors. It's a classic trade-off. With W-2 employees, you get way more control over training and quality, but you're on the hook for things like payroll taxes and workers' comp. With 1099 contractors, you get more flexibility and less paperwork, but you lose a lot of control over how they do their job. There's no single right answer here, but you absolutely have to pick a lane. But no matter which way you go, the best practices are the same for everyone. Hire for empathy, not just for skills on a resume. Give them a really solid orientation and regular training to keep their skills sharp. And hey, remember that documentation mantra? It applies here too. Keep meticulous, complete personnel files for every single caregiver on your team. So you're licensed, you're insured, and you've got a fantastic team ready to go. Awesome. Now for the final piece of the puzzle. How in the world do you actually find clients and build a business that lasts? First up, let's talk money. Your pricing has to be competitive, but it also has to be sustainable for your business. Right now in Georgia, the average private pay rate for home care is floating somewhere between $22 and $35 an hour. Your job is to do some local homework and figure out where your services and quality fit into that range. Okay, getting those first few clients is all about making some noise and being visible. Start with the digital basics. A professional website and a Google business profile are non-negotiable. Then get out there, go to local community events, and make those face-to-face connections. And don't forget to empower your best marketers, your own staff, and your happy clients with some juicy referral bonuses. Now, those tactics will definitely get you started, but if you want a consistent, reliable stream of great clients, you need to think bigger. So where do the really valuable connections come from? And here's the secret sauce, really. Collaboration beats competition every time. The most sustainable growth comes from building a powerful referral network. You need to become friends with the people who are already working with your future clients every day. Hospital case managers, social workers, folks at senior centers. They're desperate for reliable partners. Become their go-to agency, and it will absolutely transform your business. Okay, we've covered a ton. The goal now is to turn all this talk into action. Here are your immediate next steps. First, head over to the Georgia DCH website and download that official application. As you're doing that, start drafting your policies. And finally, look up the Georgia Small Business Development Center. It's a totally free resource that offers expert help to entrepreneurs just like you. And there you have it, the whole roadmap, from a simple idea to a licensed provider to a growing agency. You have the plan in your hands. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?